Hello, welcome to you all to Jnanavahini. In this episode, I wish to present the issues pertaining to internationalization of higher education, the events of which appeared in the print media during 16th to 30th April 2023. In all, there are four major developments identified for presentation. One, visa interviews for Indian students to be hiked by 30% this summer. Indian students face restrictions from Australian universities. Hunt for US degree turns costlier. And finally, America's educational superpower is fading. The first one is visa interviews for Indian students to be hiked by 30% this semester. The US aims to increase visa interview appointments for Indian students by 30% this summer 2023. US consulates processed 1.25 lakh applications of students in India. Last year, they sent more than 1.25 lakh students to the United States, setting a new record of Indian students going to the United States. Thus, India has established itself as the leading country of sending students to the United States. Now, the goal is to expand the number of interview appointments for Indian students by 30% this semester. It is nice to see more Indian students going to the United States. 2. Indian students face restrictions from Australian universities. It is disheartening to find that at least 5 Australian universities have placed bans or restrictions on students from some Indian states. Australia is on the track of its biggest ever annual intake of Indian students, topping 2019's high watermark of 75,000. The volume of students arriving has come back a lot stronger anyone was expected. They knew these would be a lot of pent-up demand, but there has also been a surge in non-genuine students. The third one is hunt for US degree turns costlier. The US Department of State has announced a hike in the processing fee for non-immigrant visas. As per the current exchange rates, Indian students will have to pay around rupees 15,000 for US visa once these rules are implemented. It is possible that the fee increase may make it more difficult for some students to afford to study in the United States. It is also possible that the impact of a fee increase will be offset by other factors such as change in the United States immigration policy or the availability of scholarships and other financial aid for international students. While the Netherlands and Italy are among the new popular study abroad destinations, the most preferred countries continue to be Anglophone ones like the US, UK, and Canada. Finally, America's educational superpower is fading. The US has been a leader in higher education since the Massachusetts legislature founded Harvard College in 1636. American universities occupy 19 of the top 30 slots in 2023 Times Higher Education Supplements ranking of the world's universities. The US model of linking of the universities to local tech industries pioneered by Stanford is envied and imitated across the world. Behind the glittering facade, the US university system is beginning to molder. A few instances are prices continue to rise. A year at Cornell would cost now nearly $90,000. Similarly, enrollment has fallen by 1.4 million since the pandemic began. And one more indicator is the biggest strike last year has conducted by 48,000 workers at the University of California. The best way to reform the US higher education is to take the 4 principles, namely democratization, marketization, meritocracy, and freedom of speech that have shaped the university sector from the very beginning. To conclude the presentation, 1. The goal of US consulates is to expand the number of interview appointments for Indian students by 30% this summer. 2. At least 5 Australian universities have placed bans or restrictions on students from some Indian states. 3. While the Netherlands and Italy are among the now popular study abroad destinations, most preferred countries continue to be Anglophone ones like the United States, UK and Canada. Finally, at a time when the world is confronted with dark clouds of misinformation from both foreign autocracies and click-mad social media platforms, American universities need to demonstrate beyond doubt that they are on the side of the light and truth, as the US has been a leader in higher education. Thank you all for listening this